All right. Hello, everyone, and welcome to Tabletop Cafe, presented by Tabletop Journeys. You can think of us as your roadside diner on your tabletop journey, serving up bite-sized chunks of gaming goodness for you to use at your tables for you and your friends to enjoy. We had a little issue last time with the streaming. We ended up having to just kind of go analog. We recorded it. I think it's going to get put out if it hasn't already. So we're trying things a little bit different tonight. So I'm vamping just a little bit to see if Chris can double check the YouTube stream before I get too far. Is it looking okay over there?
Yeah, looks good.
Excellent. So of course, I'm Michael. I'm one of your co-hosts here for Tabletop Cafe. I'm joined as always with my co-host Chris.
Hello, everybody.
And of course, we are joined by Lewanika.
Hey, how are you, everyone?
So we have a kind of a doozy of a topic tonight. We're just going to jump straight in. This was Lewanika's suggestion, which I really liked. And I'm going to boil it down thusly. How do you, as a game master, present a villain who is supposed to be like a mastermind, whether this be like an arc villain or maybe the entire BBEG of your campaign, who is, let's just say, smarter than we actually are as game masters? How can you present a villain with the level of, ruthlessness and intelligence like a Moriarty to Sherlock when you got 4 or 5 other people who might combine be smarter than you, so that they feel like they're supposed to feel without just wiping your party in a TPK or removing their agency just by going, nuh-uh, that don't work, because if it did, it makes your villain look like a moron. So we're going to throw out some ideas. I don't know that any of us have the correct answer, but we're going to talk about what we might do, maybe some things we've done in the past that worked, maybe some things we did in the past that did not work and we want to try to avoid in the future. So Lewanika, it was your topic, so I'm just going to kind of start with you. Is this something that you've dealt with recently and that's why it's on top of mind? Or do you have some techniques that you're like, oh, I want to share these?
So, a little of both.
Okay.
I am constantly having to come up with villains that can create that tension with the players in every game I play or run. Specifically in when I run Star Trek. And part of the reason for that is I have the honor of running for a collection of some of the most intelligent folks I've ever met when I run my Preservation's actual play, which folks can see on Tuesdays. We have a person who is in cybersecurity on the crew and an expert in that, if I would be so kind as to say so. I think he would generally downplay that, but that is absolutely the case. We have another person who is a government works in government and housing and deals with all kinds of levels of connections and all of those types of things. Again, an expert in that field. We have a civil engineer who actually plays the engineer on the ship.
Yeah.
And as our science officer, we actually have a person who is multi-degreed and an active scientist working in an
Nerd.
active lab.
Yeah.
So it's like for me to find things that are uh challenging. I won't even say threatening in a combat sense, so that is part of the nature of this question.
Right.
It's daunting. Um, I have to find ways beyond mechanics to make things interesting. And so I do have some techniques that I use fairly consistently. And I do have some ideas that I think will work. But if I'm being honest, I can guarantee you I do not have the answer. Uh, Even if you're not playing with those 4 people that I play with, the reality is 4 people will, in almost every situation, be smarter than
Right.
one.
Yeah.
That's just
All right. Well, let's start with one. What would one, either thing you've done that worked okay, you're still working on, but what is one piece of advice you would give for this? Mhm. Chris? Oh, no. Is the audio still coming through? Hello? We all stopped talking. Hello, this is Michael with audio. Is it still coming through? The audio, audio. All right. I don't know what's going on. My computer was actually shut down because it's just like staccato. Because I'm not showing any drop frames on my side. And it's like the Zoom's still fine. So it's just OBS. I wonder if is my OBS out of date? I don't know.